welcome back to Trojan Sports Now. With me now is Joey Denison from the baseball team. So first of all, thank you for coming. How did you get started into baseball?
Well, I would say it was just my parents that got me started. I had an older brother too that played baseball, so just playing with him. Had a lot of friends that did it. It was just a fun thing for me to do. I always enjoyed it. I liked the competition. And just my parents sending me to practices and games, so that's probably who got me started into it.
And did you play anything else in high school, any other sports?
I played football in high school all 4 years.
What position did you play?
I played defense, like linebacker. I'll have to say I wasn't as good at football as I am in baseball, so decided to pursue a baseball career.
Okay. So what was that recruitment process like when you were, deciding which college you wanted to go to, and how did you end up here at Troy?
Well, for me, the recruiting process wasn't that difficult because I was actually only offered by one team, and that was Southern Union Community College in Wadley, Alabama. And so for me, it was an easy choice. I knew I wanted to play baseball, so I decided to go to Southern Union. Had a good 2 years there and was lucky enough to get recruited by Troy, and Coach Smart offered me, and the rest is history.
And you mentioned Coach Smart. How is it like playing for him? I mean, he's an amazing guy, but how is it like as a coach?
Well, I've known Coach Smart since I was about 10 years old, and I have a really good relationship with him, a lot of respect for him. But he's just a great coach and a great role model, and he's just one of the guys that I look up to, and I can rely on him if I need any advice.
So a lot of freshmen are coming in this year. How's it like, getting to know them and teaching them some things that you went through as a freshman?
I always like getting to know the new freshmen that come in because they're a little anxious, a little scared, a little nervous. But it's good just to put your arm around them and to welcome them in and give them any advice that they might need, and just teach them, kind of show them the ropes and teach them how to work and how things go on in college.
So what are some things that you see that they're bringing to the team this year?
We got some really talented guys coming in. We got some good pitchers. We got a good position player, really good position players. Manning Early is a great guy coming in. He'll be playing second base. We got a pitcher, Levi. He's going to be really good. And just a lot of other guys that are really going to contribute this year.
Do you talk to like any of the previous seniors still? Like, do y'all still have a good relationship?
Yeah, we do. I talk to him quite a bit. Trevor Davis, one of my best friends that graduated last year, still talk to him on a daily basis. A lot of respect for those guys, and just miss playing with them.
So you start your season on Friday. How excited are you and the team? Like, it's coming here as fast now.
Yeah, well, we're the last team on campus that gets to start their season. So it's been a long time coming, and a lot of us are looking forward to it and excited for it. And for me personally, it's been a lot longer than that because of sitting out last year. So I'm really excited for it.
And you did mention that injury. Going back to that moment, how did it feel? What were you expecting?
Well, it was, for me, the most disappointing part of it was not being able to play with the seniors again. I knew in the back of my head that I was going to get another year back, but just not being able to play more games with that senior class was the most difficult part about it.
Were you scared any once you, went down or whatever?
Yeah, it was a little frightening because you've never been through that process. I personally have never been through the process of a medical red shirt or being seriously injured, so I didn't know what it was going to be like. But everything turned out right, and I'm ready to go.
So where do you put that into this season? Learning from that and being more cautious, I guess you could say. Where do you bring that into this season?
Well, I actually got hurt diving in practice, so I learned from that, and not as many dives in practice, kind of taking it easy on that part. But going into the season, I mean, I'm another year more experienced, so that always helps.
So how excited are you coming back after the injury, and just this is your last year, so how excited are you to start this season?
super excited. I was a little down last season whenever I knew I wasn't going to play. But now that it's coming up this season, all the extra time is paid off and it's about to start, so I'm extremely excited.
So as a senior and a leader on the team, what are some things that you yourself have saw from the team that has improved since last season?
Well, this year's team is very close. We like to do a lot of things together. There's great camaraderie on the team. This team is extremely competitive too. You can just tell with our practices and inter squads that they don't like to lose, so that's always a good quality to have.
Absolutely. What are some things that you think you have improved on this season?
I think just being in a good mindset, being relaxed, and being confident in myself up there. Just knowing that I have the ability to play at this level and doing what I know how to do.
You do get to start the season here at home. You know, how does it feel to have that home field advantage?
Well, every year I've been here, we've opened up at home, and opening weekend is incredible here. Lots of fans, lots of energy, and just being at home always puts you at a little bit more of ease. So I think it's good starting out at home.
You guys do play UT Martin, so how has the team been preparing for them?
We haven't been preparing on them real hard. In baseball, you don't really have to worry about what the other team is doing. It's more about playing your game and doing what you know how to do.
What is one team you're looking forward to playing on this season?
Well, next weekend we get to go to Florida State and play a 3-game series, so that's one that is circled. And we got Coastal Carolina coming home. Can't wait for that series. And then we get to go to Louisiana Lafayette, which is always a huge series in the Sun Belt because they're kind of normally at the top of the league. So we're looking forward to that one too.
So this is your last season. What are some things that you want to do as a Trojan?
Well, first of all, we want to win a Sun Belt title. I haven't got one since I've been here, but we're working every day to accomplish that, and I just want to make an impact on my teammates. Absolutely.
What are some things you do when you're not playing or not at practice?
I like to hunt a little bit. We kind of like to go to the gym and work out, like grilling, and just hanging out with friends.
So you said you like to hunt. What's one of like the craziest hunting experiences you've had?
This hunting season, I actually shot a buck on Saturday before practice, and I had to leave, and I had to go to practice. And then whenever I came back from practice, I couldn't find the deer, so I was pretty distraught about it. But I kept on looking and kept on looking, and actually a week later, I ended up finding the buck, so that was pretty interesting.
That is. If you could play any other position on the field, what position would you play?
Shortstop or pitcher. I mean, that's shortstop's kind of the catalyst of the defense. Normally one of your best defenders, and a pitcher, I mean, everybody wants to pitch, but just not everybody's got it.
So what is something you like to do like right before a game?
Before a game, I just like the pregame meals that we get. I like to sit around and talk, try to stay loose, try to laugh, try to joke around with some guys, and try not to let the moment be too heavy, and just kind of lighten the air for everyone.
Okay. So what are some plans for after graduation?
I'm majoring in insurance, so right now I'm looking at moving to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and hopefully working at an agency up there.
Okay. Do you have any tips for anyone who is, looking forward to playing baseball at the college level?
Yeah. Just stay with it. It's a very tough game, and it's a game of failure, but if you stick with it and you love it, just go for it, because me, for example, I only had one offer to a junior college coming out of high school, and I just stuck with it, and it ended up paying off for me.
Okay. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure. Stay tuned for what is coming up in Trojan Sports Now right after this.